What's up, guys? In today's video I'm going to be talking about my final haul of the year, probably, especially with this work trip I have coming up. This is probably going to be my final haul, and I'm surprised that this stuff actually got here. So shout out to Olfactory Factory for getting this on time for me. Obviously I purchased a lot from them. I also do have them as an affiliate link in my description in case you're interested. I do get a small commission, but yeah, I think I got these in like 2 days. I honestly wasn't even expecting to get this on time before I left, but they have really good prices on Jubilation 40 and Reflection 45. So I decided to purchase both of them just because the prices on them were too good to pass them up. Compare them anywhere else, this is like the best price by far. So I was like, can't really miss out on it, even if, you know, I'm away on this trip. I come back, it's all right. You know, I still got them for a really good deal. And again, I sold a lot of my fragrances. If you saw my last video, I only have 4 fragrances left. That went pretty well. And I also have one more fragrance that I'll be talking about. It's actually my scent of the day today as well. It's going to be Ivory Root by Xerjoff. This one came from a friend, but I'll talk about it in a little bit. It's going to be like the bonus. Anyways, let's get into Reflection 45. To be honest, I'm more excited for Jubilation 40 than I am for Reflection 45. Not that I'm not excited for it, but I just really want to smell Jubilation 40. Yeah, didn't really expect to get all these, you know, higher concentration fragrances from Amouage, but here we are. You know, it's just an addiction. By the way, I also had maybe a little glass of an alcoholic beverage, in case I'm a little funnier than normal, maybe. Like trying to get this box. I am also not the heavy. I'm not really a drinker, but I just had a, you know, just dabbled today. Just had a small one, even though it was like half. I can't even. I don't know if this is just stuck or it's just. I feel like this is stuck. I'm gonna have to break it. I don't want to though. Yeah. I broke it. All right. You guys saw the struggle for a little bit. It's gonna have to be broken. It is what it is. Anyways, here it is. And I've never smelled this. Oh, here it is. I've never smelled it. So this will be my first time smelling it. It is off of the holder. That's all right. Let's go ahead and spray this. Ooh, I smelled it on the air. It already smells pretty different. I should have grabbed both of those bottles, but it is what it is. Honestly, really not what I was expecting. It's not redundant. I can see why some people would say it smells a little bit dirtier. It does smell kind of. This is going to be like I don't know if anybody else says this. I don't know if this is Fragrantica. I have no idea. I don't even think I've checked the notes on this fragrance in Fragrantica. Mix Dior Intent with Reflection. This is what you get. Reflection 45. It really reminds me of that. Mostly reminds me of Ralph's Club Elixir, the way it's done there. Like I believe it's Iris that it's done there, or Oris. I don't know if this has Oris in it. Actually, I think it says it on the box. Yep, so I don't have to go into Fragrantica. Top notes are benzoin, pink pepper, clary sage, lavender, cardamom, juniper berry. Heart notes are neroli, orris, jasmine, angelica, tonka bean, vanilla. Base notes are vetiver, patchouli, sandalwood, cedarwood, myrrh, frankincense, and papanax. So think about an Iris or Oris, how it's done in either Ralph's Club's Elixir or a fragrance like Dior Intense. Ralph's Club Elixir is a little bit more dirty. So think about that fragrance mixed with Reflection. That's literally where you're getting here. So honestly, was not expecting that. Not a bad thing either. I enjoyed Ralph's Club when I had it. I sold it. I wasn't really wearing it too much. But this it smells really nice. So now let's go ahead and crack this one open that I'm mostly excited for. Hopefully I don't have to break that cardboard. But we'll see. Here it goes. See, this one just slides off. So I don't know why the other one's sticking on. All right, there we go. That beautiful bottle there. That gold. Nice bottle. All right. So again, Jubilation 40, Jubilation 25 is my favorite Amouage. Let's see if Jubilation 40 will beat it. As of right now, smelling it out in the air, smells pretty similar to Jubilation 40. I was expecting it to be more funky. It's not really that funky. It's not funky at all, in my opinion. Maybe it's just not as powdery. Yeah, I would say powdery as Jubilation 25. It's, to me at least, not really redundant, especially off initial spray. I think Jubilation 25 goes a little bit more into like powderiness, if that's even the right way to describe it. This doesn't seem like it's going to go that way right now. Maybe later on in the dry down it will get to that point, but as of right now it doesn't get there as quick as Jubilation 25. Both really good. Yeah. Out of both of these though, I would still go with Jubilation 40. I am a bigger fan of the DNA. Not that I'm not a fan of this fragrance. This one's really good. Honestly, still really good. So I'm just saying, if you had to pick one, right? If I'm in the situation, I can only pick one. Even though these are not going anywhere, I'm not selling these. I'm guaranteeing that. If I only had to pick one, I would pick Jubilation 40. But that's also because I prefer Jubilation 40 or Jubilation 25 to Reflection. Now, let's say you're in the situation of, all right, now let's say Reflection Man or Reflection 45. I think if you only had to pick one, going off of prices, pretty much the difference will be $100. Unless you're going off if you're going off old factory prices right now, difference might be like $100. I think I might, I don't know. When I first got Reflection Man, I remember being like, this is a really great fragrance. So maybe now that there's something that's Reflection Man but different, I think I would spend the extra money to go with Reflection 45. For Jubilation 40 or Jubilation 25, price difference maybe a little less. Might be a price difference of maybe like $50, $75, depending where you're looking at. Again, I'm probably going off old factory and just based off what Jubilation 25 normally goes for. I think Jubilation 25 normally goes for like 180, 190, and then Jubilation 40 it's like 225. I think that's what I got it for, or 240, something like that. I think for right now, I would probably go with Jubilation 25 first. When I start giving these fragrances wearings and stuff like that, then I'll probably, I could probably come back to this, either like a weekly rotation or something. I could just talk about that. Both really good though. Definitely happy to have them in the collection. Happy that I did end up purchasing them. They were like, I was like unsure, especially not thinking they were going to get here on time. They ended up coming here on time, so shout out to Old Factory. And then let's talk about this fragrance right here. So this is going to be Ivory Root from Xerjoff, and it's a fragrance that I've heard a lot of talk about. Kind of like a hidden gem from Xerjoff, I guess. All right, so I do have it on, and it does change a lot. I think it's at its best. You know what? I'll go ahead and spray it again. I think it's at its best in the opening and the mid. I think it kind of falls apart deep dry down. Reason being, I smelled it. It smells like there's maybe some resins. It kind of goes in the way of, not Jubilation 25, but sort of is in there. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like in the smells like session in Fragrantica. But now that I'm smelling it again, not really Jubilation 25. I would say it goes more like, it's I don't know if there's amber. I don't know if that's one of the notes. Actually, this is a tester. Oh, it doesn't have the notes on here. All right, so it is a tester. It doesn't have the notes. I don't know what's on top. I think people say this fragrance smells similar to Halfeti from Penhaligon's. I've smelled it before, but I don't remember what it smells like. I also had a clone of it, and I don't really remember it. It's kind of dusty. It does, now that I think about it, smell more like an amber fragrance. But the thing about it that kind of like falls apart at the end is just the sweet amber that comes out at the end. I would be okay with this fragrance being more linear. Not a bad fragrance. Like when I first smelled it, when I first sprayed it on, when I was wearing it for like, if I was wearing it for like the first 1 to 2 hours, I was like, this is potentially one of the best Xerjoff fragrances in my collection. I was like, easy, like maybe best one from the house, or, you know, in contention to be one of the best from the house. But as it got all the way to the dry down, it kind of does fall apart a little bit. So it's still a really good fragrance. It's just the deep dry down that it gets kind of familiar, especially with just amber fragrances. It kind of smells something similar to like a Grand Soir from MFK. I like the fragrance, not a lover of that fragrance. I actually got rid of my bottle, but that's just what this goes down to, or transforms into. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about these fragrances, especially these two. If you own them, do you prefer them over the originals? I don't know. I think they're really good fragrances. I think I would definitely spend the money for Reflection 45 over Reflection. But again, that's after having Reflection for a few years as well. So maybe it's just because it's something different. That is all I have for you guys. I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one, guys.